you're in your 30s and you're trying to build muscle, these are 5 exercises that you're definitely gonna wanna include in your workout routine. Hey, what's up guys? I'm Josiah Novak with thetruetransformation.com, and as a guy in his late 30s, I know how important it is to have a simple approach when it comes to your workouts, and to have exercises that not only help you build muscle, but help prevent injury as you get older. So today we're gonna jump right into these 5 key exercises that I think everybody should have as part of a muscle building routine, especially in their late 30s and beyond. So let's just jump right into it. All right, so we're starting things off with really a 2-part exercise. I wanna give you guys a bonus right out of the gate. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna touch up on our shoulder health and our upper body health. Now, most guys as they get older, they completely neglect this area because they're sitting at a desk all day, doing stuff that's all frontal plane based, right? Typing on a computer, driving, and they neglect their posterior part of their body, the back of their shoulder, their upper back. And this leads to tightness, discomfort, and ultimately ongoing pain that can prevent you from getting in the gym. So as we get older, we don't want this to get in the way of our consistency. So instead of throwing you right into the heavy stuff, which don't worry, we'll get to some really good muscle building exercises, I wanna give you something that will prevent injury so that you can build muscle, all right? So there's 2 parts to this one. The first one is called a band pull apart. So you're just gonna get a light exercise band, arms straight out in front of you, and you're going to expand the band, keeping your arms straight, squeezing the back of your shoulder. Show you here. And this isn't meant to be a heavy exercise. This is really just meant to get some blood into the area, so your upper back, rear shoulder, and even your neck and traps. Okay, so this is part 1, and then we're gonna move into some band face pulls. 20 to 25 reps of each is a great way to start your upper body workout. So let me show you the band face pull right now. All right, so now we're gonna do some band face pulls. And all we're doing is we're driving our hands back, almost like we have Mickey Mouse ears and we're trying to touch the top of our ears. Once again, working our upper back, back of our shoulders, neck, and traps. You can throw these in at any point during your day. It doesn't have to be at the start of your workout, but ultimately, if you're jumping into an upper body workout, this is crucial to warm up and to prevent any kind of injury as you train. So that's exercise number 1. Let's move to exercise number 2. Okay, exercise number 2, we're moving into some actual weight training. This is the dumbbell flat bench press. Most guys and people who are trying to build upper body muscle, they immediately think of the flat barbell press with a long bar. But in my experience, as we get older, you know, the one thing we're always trying to keep in mind is injury prevention, and the barbell bench press just puts a lot of unnecessary stress on your shoulder, pec, and even your elbow. I've seen elbow tendonitis, pec tears, and ongoing shoulder issues from guys who do a lot of heavy bench press. So the solution is the dumbbell press. It allows for a much bigger range of motion, and I'll demonstrate a few reps so you see what I'm talking about. So with the barbell press, I can only go down to my chest and my hands are fixed. With dumbbells, I can do a neutral grip here. I can come out a little bit more, and I'm training both sides pretty equally. So I'm actually not creating any muscle imbalance from my left or right side. And that greater range of motion that the dumbbells provide make it a much safer movement. So as you get older, you don't have to worry about tearing your pec, hurting your shoulder, or running into ongoing tendonitis in the elbow. So flat dumbbell bench press, you can even do the incline dumbbell bench press for chest as well, but this is one that I consider to be a staple upper body movement. Including it in your program makes a lot of sense. So let's move on to exercise number 3. All right, exercise number 3, we're gonna do a back exercise here. And I know as you get older, one of the things you're probably worried about, and I've heard from a lot of our clients that they're worried about, is hurting their lower back. And it's a common issue, especially if you don't have strong glutes, strong hamstrings, and a strong core, which don't worry, on exercise number 4, I'm gonna show you my favorite exercise for building glutes that will also strengthen your lower back. But when doing bent over rows, a lot of guys, as they get older, will throw out their lower back just because we've been doing bad habits for a long period of time and we don't have strength in that area. So to prevent any kind of lower back injury, we're gonna do our rows on an incline bench, okay? So there's a couple things here. Once again, we're using dumbbells. We're gonna lay on an incline bench, grab a pair of dumbbells, support right at the bottom of our chest, and we're driving our elbows back, squeezing our entire back as we pull the dumbbells up. Now, a couple really cool things here is you can change your grip on the dumbbells to more of a pronated grip and work the upper back instead of working the lats, which is the side of your back. When we have a neutral grip here, that just does more of the lats. This does more of the upper back. The cool thing with the incline row too is you get a lot of mind to muscle connection. So if you're doing this without the stability of the bench, you might be using a lot of momentum to drive that dumbbell back, right? And you're not getting that same mind to back muscle connection that you want to really start building muscle. You need to have that mental connection. So make sure you throw the incline bench dumbbell row into your routine. It's a safe one and it will help you really build that back and those back muscles that you're looking for. Exercise number 4, we're moving to the lower half. We've done a push, a pull, and now I want to talk to you guys about building stronger legs, glutes, hamstrings, and even your calves. This is my favorite, ultimate favorite leg exercise, and it's one of the safest exercises if you deal with knee issues. I know as we get older, once again, aches and pains start to creep in, prevents us mentally from getting dialed in with our training program. So the reverse lunge is one of my favorite movements for lower half. The cool part is, and I'm gonna show you dumbbells, as you can tell, dumbbells are one of my favorite tools, but you can utilize pretty much any piece of equipment, plus you can do this with just your body weight as well. So the reverse lunge, all we're doing is we're stepping backwards instead of forwards, coming down, keeping that front leg 90 degrees, knee right over my toe, and we're coming back. So we're here, drop down. You can touch the back knee if you'd like. Nice and easy, driving up. A lot of emphasis on that front leg and that glute. So we're here, driving up. And once again, you don't have to use dumbbells. If you have something like a TRX, you want to hold in front of you, you can step back, or you can just do a body weight, hands on your hips. Once again, not something you can do as a warm-up as well. So the reverse lunge, you can do it heavier, you can do it for moderate reps or even higher reps, but ultimately, definitely one you're gonna want to include in your foundational program. So let's move to our last exercise, exercise number 5. All right, exercise number 5. This is another one that you may have not seen or heard of before, and I'm giving it to you so that you can prevent injury and build muscle well into your 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond. It's the dead hang, okay? A lot of guys start to neglect grip strength, which obviously will prevent you from lifting heavier weights, which will prevent you from building more muscle. And they neglect their shoulder, back, and spine health. So I know you may not have the strength to do pull-ups, but this is oftentimes where I start clients out who want to build more upper body strength. We start just hanging from a bar, okay? So a couple things here. Find any bar that allows a neutral overhand grip, pronated grip, just like this. You're just gonna simply hang. And it's not just about your grip strength here. You really want to feel your back, your spine, your shoulders, giving you some stability and strength as you're hanging the bar. And all you're trying to do is go for time here. All right, so you can start with literally just a 10-second hang, squeezing grips, squeezing shoulders, squeezing the back muscles, and start to build up to 20, 30, 40, even 60-second hangs. I promise you it's not easy, but it's worth it because your entire spine, posterior chain, which is your back, rear delts, neck, traps, all that stuff, plus your grip is gonna see noticeable improvement. So I would throw this in at the end of a pull day, like an upper body back workout, or you could just throw it in on your leg day at the end of your legs as well, just as a way to straighten out and strengthen your spine. So now that you have the 5 exercises that I consider to be foundational when it comes to building muscle in your 30s and beyond, I actually put together a whole other video. You can check it out, it should be on the screen somewhere here, that lays out an entire plan for building muscle in your 30s and beyond. That's a really good video to watch next. If you found this one helpful, leave me a comment below. What's your #1 question when it comes to building muscle in your 30s and beyond? If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm Josiah Novak with thetruetransformation.com, and I'll see you on the next one. Life moves fast, make it count.